25 miles separate the cities of Eugene and Corvallis, but the number of barbs and shots thrown back and forth between these two institutions could fill a distance triple that size. What a matchup we have for you, the battle for the state of Oregon. Glad you could join us from Reser Stadium in Corvallis, Oregon. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Oregon State Beavers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. This is a huge opportunity for their team. Making it to the college football playoff last year has proven to them they can compete with any team in the country. But now they've got to do it again. They've got to show that that was not just a one-year fluke and that they can be consistently great. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return as the coverage unit right on top of it. The Beavers offense as they take control of the football. A program whose history is built on speed. Oregon just ran away from the Beavers last time.
And the Ducks were ready to play a year ago. They were ready for a war. They came out, they took it to Oregon State. They didn't back off, Jesse. That game meant a lot to them.
Yeah, it just caught fire early, and Oregon State couldn't put the fire out. They had no answers. Every possession Oregon had, it seemed like they were going up and down the field. So a big challenge for Oregon State in this one is to try to get off to a great start.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The give on the counter. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air. It's Murphy. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The run inside. It's Hampton. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Beavers line up to punt it away. Makes a move. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. So Oregon's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. He may have a matchup on the outside he can really take advantage of. A lot of teams have attacked this corner. This offense has it with really good field position. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Sends it back in motion. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dante Moore. He's got the tight end. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This offense is putting a drive together. Nice job. Opening drive, you got a script. You want to execute. You want to go down the field, really set the tone. Nice third down conversion, and now set up first and goal. This offense has a chance to really make a statement.
The Ducks will try to punch it in on first and goal. Moore. He wants it all. Touchdown, Ducks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking for a crease. It's Hatcher. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line in the state of Oregon. Bragging rights, Jesse, for a whole year.
I feel like it's one of the rivalries in college football that maybe a lot of people don't talk about or really know about, but if you've ever been around this game and you know about the tradition and the history and the emotions surrounding this game, this is easily one of the best rivalries in college football.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Got his man on the right. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
That's a third down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So third down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
And the Beavers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. Jumped on top of the pile.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Throwing Moore. That's caught. It's Moore. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Moore to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
I know, talking to this quarterback, he hates when his offense punts. He always wants to stay on the field, especially after the first drive where you score a touchdown. You want to stay out there. Even though you're in the own end of the field, you can see him gesturing to his head coach. Let's go. Keep us on. We can go get this.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Running inside. It's Newberry. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. Rivalries are the lifeblood of college football, and here are a few of the things that make this one special. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Scanning the field, it's Murphy. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Unloads to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Beavers will line up to punt it away. Wants to return it. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Here's Moore to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
The Ducks come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Got a little grass. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
They'll go play action with Moore. Forced out of the pocket. Got a man. It's Hooks.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking for space. It's Hill. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Here we go. Ready.
Back in motion. Try to clear the picture.
Ready, go.
Dante Moore. Going to try to get it himself. Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Ducks.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Got it behind the line, it's Hampton. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Throws to the wideout. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. The Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's got room. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Moore with the play fake. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen him had a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
22,
Moore will throw. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. So now after that holding call, here's 2nd down, and they need 20. Throwing Moore. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Offense changing the play. In the gun on 3rd down. Moore. Quick strike complete. Turning it on. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. The Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Hatcher. Finding some room. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown! This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People try to catch him. They didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Here's Moore to throw. Fires it down the seam. Going up for grabs, and he beats his man and pulls it down.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. Moore to the air. Finds his man. It's Moore. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Face mask penalty costs the D 15 yards and a 1st down. And the Ducks peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Dante Moore. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Moore, play action. Fires to the wideout. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Oregon. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Murphy. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Motion from the wide receiver. Now they'll try the right side. Knocked down immediately. They tried to surprise him on 3rd and long with the run, and nothing doing. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Punt is on its way. Secures it at the 30. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the other. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Moore unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Got it in the middle, it's Moore. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Moore will throw. This time he's got his man.
I feel like this guy's having one of those games. It happens maybe once in your life. He's just been open everywhere on the field. He's been lighting up the scoreboard. He's turning these defenders around. They just simply can't cover him.
Brings up 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Throwing Moore. Pressure coming. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Ducks in the hurry up. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. And the Beavers will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We check in with Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach coming out of the locker room. They are so thrilled. They knew coming into this game that their wide receiver was a weapon, and he has been electric here in the first half. They said they are going to feed him early and often and keep that momentum going here to start the second. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Caught behind the line. It's Stewart. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They made a little trouble for themselves with that penalty. Now 2nd and 12. Here's Moore to throw. Pulls it in. It's Hooks. Pulled down for the tackle.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. This quarterback part of their running game. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Run the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Right on the money. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. The Ducks will punt this one away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Beavers will send out the punt unit. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And they'll just down it right there.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Looking for the edge, it's Davison. There he goes. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
And the Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Dante Moore finds his man. It's Stewart. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Moore to the air. Back open in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Makes the catch. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Complete to the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run it. It's Hill. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Got his man. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always... good, but Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and they need it right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
The run inside. It's Newberry. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Complete in the middle. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Always great to build momentum with an early season victory. Let's take a look at what's in store coming up next week. So the final period starts with a second down play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McMillan. There's some room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. The Beavers look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Moore gets it out fast. Trying to get it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And it's blocked. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
Oregon State, 7.
Coming out with it, it's Glass. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Beavers decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Makes it past the marker. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. After the holding penalty, 1st and 20 for this offense. Smith wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Tripped up for the tackle.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Makes a catch. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And that's good enough.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Sweet putt there. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Smith dropping to pass. They're working that left side. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Davison. There's a crease. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Gonna run it. It's Davison. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. So as they've done so many times in this